Virginia farmers grew hemp for centuries before a federal ban in 1937 halted its production. Historically, hemp was used to make textiles and rope. With the passage of the 2018 federal farm bill, farmers could again grow hemp for commercial use. The Virginia General Assembly followed suit in 2019, granting growers permission to start raising this versatile crop again. Hundreds of Virginia growers sought to get in on this budding industry. Rebecca Hobden runs ECC Test Lab in Hanover County, where she examines processed hemp and certifies that the finished product contains less than the 0.3% THC, a psychoactive ingredient in cannabis.
A very large group of farmers starting to grow hemp just kind of got wrapped up in the excitement of it and the promise of it, the newness of it, and just a place where a lot of farmers and people of Virginia were looking at it as a real economic growth opportunity.
But the high wore off quickly for many. One reason was a lack of facilities in the state where hemp could be processed and converted into CBD and other legal products. That's where Pure Shenandoah in Rockingham County saw an opportunity.
The market is saturated, but it's not to say that the industry itself is saturated, because we're finally seeing the processing catch up, and we're seeing the full supply chain catch up here in Virginia. And so the farmers that, maybe we're just in it for the money in year one aren't in it now, but the ones that were in it from year one who see the longevity of this industry are back at it year two, even though they didn't make too much money in year one.
Koyi and his colleagues at Pure Shenandoah are involved in every part of the production process.
Being a vertically integrated company, we handle the whole process from seed all the way down to sale. And so we handle, through our network of partnered farms, a large network of farmers that grow the hemp crop for us. We provide them with the genetics, and so I guess you can count that as a revenue stream. But at the end of the day, we're purchasing the crop back off of them. And so once we do that, we are then processing that into oil for our own products that we're distributing through a network of vendors here in the state, pharmacies, physical therapists, psychiatrists, health and wellness stores.
They also work with farmers who only use their company to process plants.
Once these reach a certain set point, we know exactly when CBD starts coming, and we collect that into this main vessel. And this is getting us to concentrations of 93, 94% pure CBD. This is another service that we use for farmers. If they want just a crude oil, we'll do that for them. If they want to take it all the way to distillate, we can do that for them as well.
Hemp farming is still a risky business venture. Brian Vinsel in Greene County developed golf courses before getting into hemp farming. Last year, he had to destroy his 20-acre hemp crop because it tested over the 0.3% legal limit for THC.
It's very, very difficult to do and keep your crop below that 0.3% with the genetics that are out there today. Now, genetics may improve, but until then, we're forced to harvest early or destroy our crop.
If a hemp farmer grows something that's over 0.3%, which is commonly happens, the repercussions is that they now have in their possession a Schedule I drug, and so I think that taking it off of that Schedule I nomenclature, the consequence is not quite so challenging, but that's also where it's going to open up to say, okay, so now if they can grow over 0.3%, can they grow anything? Because it's still going to be regulated and licensed and all of that.
I've run pretty close to 40 strains in this greenhouse. I have yet to run across one that will stay within the legal limits.
Chad Nemi operates Horizon Hemp in Mecklenburg County. He's among those who say that raising the THC standard limit to 1% would be a tremendous help.
There are certain things you can do to obtain that legal limit, but it would greatly help because most will stay under the 1%. So it would help farmers tremendously in their growing.
But even if Virginia raises the standard to 1%, that THC content would still be illegal under federal law. Only if the 1% standard were adopted at both the state and federal level would farmers have certainty that they are growing a legal crop at those levels. Efforts have been made at both the state and federal level to increase the maximum THC level, but as of today, none have been successful. CBD stores like this one in Chesterfield County have been opening up all over the state since growing commercial hemp became legal in Virginia, showing that the demand for hemp is strong. The number of state applications to raise hemp are on the rise as well. Growers say CBD oil is not the only reason to grow hemp. The male plant can also be used in many textile applications.
Yeah, so the most common applications for hemp right now are going to be the hurd for animal bedding, the bast fibers for textile production, seed for animal feed, as well as human heart or hemp hearts for human consumption, as well as hemp seed oil.
Hemp growers and processors are passionate about what they do, but only time will tell whether the industry will succeed in Virginia. In Rockingham County, I'm Burke Moeller reporting.